We're here at Cine Gear Expo 2024 all the way in Burbank, California.
And we're going to be going around and seeing all the latest gear from all the different brands here. I'm personally looking forward to seeing the C400 from Canon. What about you?
Honestly, same, but also there's so many anamorphic lenses here I'm stoked about as well.
Awesome. Should we go start checking them out now?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right, so for those looking to emulate the sun, Profoto's got the solution here with the new Profoto L1600D. It's an LED 1600 watts daylight temperature with their new Hydro C-Tech cooling, which is basically a liquid cooling mechanism that they've implemented in this because it's such a powerful light. And they've answered many of my desires here because I hate ballasts, if I'm being perfectly honest, and everything's built into this pretty compact light here. It's 2500 lux, and with the boost reflector, it goes up to 25,000 lux at 22 feet. It's pretty incredible for a light this size. And the adapter is compatible with both Profoto and Bowen's mount. But wait, there's more. They've also got a new little swivel mechanism so that you could twist the light in cool directions. I mean, come on. Profoto L1600D.
Right here we have the Canon C400 at the Canon booth with the brand new 17-120 servo lens. This is 6K stacked backside CMOS illuminated sensor. I think this is the first cinema camera ever to have triple base native ISO. So in C-Log 2, 3 and RAW, you've got 800, 3200, 12,800. So you're covered in all lighting conditions. And it is a box style camera, so you can rig it out to how you want. New ergonomically designed LCD screen and supported with USB-C. Really cool camera. It's been the talk of the trade show. Everyone's saying they're really excited to see the C400, so here it is in the flesh. I also have the brand new 35mm 1.4L VCM lens. Now this is a hybrid lens, but video shooters will really appreciate having the declickable aperturing, and photography shooters and video shooters will appreciate how light this is, and the images that you can get from this are truly fantastic. Just to Matthews and the Matthews booth.
We just got outside the Sigma booth right behind me, and they've got some incredible new lenses out. But rather than me tell you about them, Graham Sheldon is here. He's an expert cinematographer and Sigma ambassador, so let's go ask him about the new lenses.
Welcome, B&H, to Cine Gear 2024. My name is Graham Sheldon. I'm a Sigma ambassador. I'm at booth 114 here for Sigma to show off two of my new favorite lenses. This is the 28-45 f1.8. Full frame coverage, autofocus, and yeah, it's a world first in L mount and E mount, 2.2 pounds, declicking iris, so you could use those, mid-shot exposure ramps if you're a filmmaker. Sometimes I like to be a photographer. Can you hear the clicking noise right here? Yeah. So you get that nice kind of vintagey, old-timey photography feel too, if you want the clicking back and forth. This might be my new favorite lens of all time. Personally, I'm getting one in L mount and E mount. Up to you what you want to do. And then we have a version 2 of maybe one of the most popular zooms that I've ever used. This is a 24-70 f2.8. This is like my go-to focal range, which, when I'm just a little unclear about what I'm walking into from a filming situation. I use this all the time as a filmmaker and as a stills guy. And these are really our two big offerings that we're showing off here from Sigma. Both super cool, both available now. Definitely check out B&H.
All right, we're here at the Blazar booth, and I was just made aware that Blazar actually means an optical illusion lightly going through a black hole in space. How awesome is that? And it looks like anamorphic lenses, which is what we're here for today. They have a brand new in the Cato series, 40mm, 50mm, 85, and 125mm. And these lenses are incredibly compact and lightweight at around 2 pounds. Apparently, these are the lightest full-frame 2x squeeze anamorphic lenses on the market right now. And not only are they compact and lightweight, but they deliver incredible results. That classic 2x anamorphic barrel distortion that we've come to love. These lenses are available in PL and EF, and they have a silver flare at the moment. And there's like 7 cameras on me right now with these lenses, so I'm gonna go play around with them.
Okay, so we're here at the Atomos booth. I'm just checking out my latest TikTok rig here, but in the meantime, we have the Sun Dragon LEDs from Atomos. These are IP68 rated, waterproof and dust resistant. They have CRI rating of 99, full LED color spectrum. It says 2,000 lumens here, but undiffused, they are actually 3,000 lumen, 2,000 with a diffused, and it looks like one seamless light here. Over there, and the monitors, we've got the Ninja phone. So if you have an iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, you can turn your phone into an Atomos Ninja. So you've got your de-squeezing function, your framing functions, all the functions that you get from a professional monitor and recorder like the Atomos Ninja, but you're just using your phone, so you have a really bright 1500 nit screen, and you just have it in your pocket anyway, so putting it to good use with the Ninja phone over there.
Tokina is in the house and they brought with them new lenses in the Vista P lineup. You know this lineup, it's known for its vintage characteristics, yet it maintains center sharpness, it covers much larger sensors, and also the color accuracy associated with it. But it has those vintage characteristics like swirly edges, lower contrast, and pronounced bokeh. Now, the new lenses are a 40mm, a 65, which is the one I have in my hand, a 105, and a 135mm as well, and they're all in T1.5. And the many draws of this lineup is, of course, that it covers a full frame and VistaVision, which gives it its name. And it's available in PL mount, LPL, Sony E, EF, and also might go for a thirds mounts. Look, dude, it's Nikon. Did I say Nikon?
Yeah.
I meant red.
Yeah, let's go. We're at the Fuji booth right now, and I have in my hands the GFX 100S Mark II. And this is a 102 megapixel still camera. It shoots 4K 30, but this is primarily a still camera. The iris on this is unbelievable. 1/3 of a second I can shoot handheld on this. It's truly incredible. But as we're at Cine Gear, we want to be talking about video cameras. So if you're looking for a medium format Fuji camera, you really want the GFX 100 Mark II. Now this shoots 4K 60 in. First of all, we have the GF, which takes advantage of the full medium format frame. We have pre-Mister vision, so that takes advantage of these Fujinon line of lenses. And you also have anamorphic, you have VistaVision, you have 35mm options. So you have so much flexibility with this camera. You're covered on all different formats. And we've learned from the guys at Fuji here that a lot of professional productions are using this as a B camera to your ARRIs or your Reds. So this is a fantastic choice for video professionals.
All right, now we just made it to the Panasonic booth where they recently announced the Lumix GH7. This camera is incredible for video. Now, it has open gate, that's amazing, so you get the full sensor readout out of this Micro Four Thirds sensor. It's a new 25.2 megapixel MOS live sensor, and also it's got a new XLR adapter, which makes this capable of 32-bit float recording all in one file. Can't stress enough how amazing that is. You don't really have to worry about audio levels anymore because of that. It's capable of 5.7K and also Cinema 4K ProRes RAW internal recording with an unlimited record time. It's got phase hybrid autofocus. You can stream both with wired and wireless features. It also has camera to cloud integration with Frame.io and also proxy recording so that you can edit much easier with those smaller file sizes and especially for those heavy effects. So Lumix GH7.
Right here we have the ARRI Alexa 35 Live. Now what this is basically for broadcast companies that want to shoot live broadcasting, but they want that ARRI 35 cinema quality. Basically we've got an Alexa 35 with a broadcasting multicam remote down here, which is also splash and dust proof down here, so you can switch different things. As you can see, if I turn this around, we've got one here with the red light showing that we are currently using this camera in our multicam setup. There's no other cameras, but you get the idea. We've got our zoom control down here, a really intuitive thumb grip. You can go from 30 to 300 in split second. You've got your focus pull in here, a ton of inputs, so you've got covered on all bases. If you want the highest quality live broadcasting production, this is the camera for you.
Hi, I'm Dan Keynes from Atlas Lens Co., and we're here at Warner Brothers at Cine Gear 2024 at the Atlas Lens Co. booth. And our showstopper today is actually a time machine. We're traveling back to the year 1954 with the best optical technology of 2024. So what we're looking at here is a Bosch & Lomb CinemaScope Baltar, which was used by Warner Brothers to film James Dean in the movie Rebel Without a Cause. Now, why this is important to us is because if it wasn't for this lens, Atlas and anamorphic lenses would not be what they are today. But we are looking at this through a very unique and brand new show-stopping item, which is the Atlas Excalibur, the world's first PL mount to PL mount speed booster or focal reducer. What that means is you can take any full frame lens and shrink the image circle onto a Super 35 sensor or Super 35 piece of film. So it's the world's first film camera compatible speed booster as well. So if you have something like a Zeiss Supreme Prime or an Tokina Vista Prime and you want to shoot 4x film, this will actually shrink the image circle down onto your 4x film. Or if you have a Sony FX30 and you're using a Atlas Mercury full frame lens, you'll get a wider angle field of view on your FX30 and you'll get an extra stop of light transmission. So world's first PL to PL focal reducer, Atlas Excalibur. You heard it here first on stage 24. I'm with B&H Photo, the gang from the East Coast, my people. So shout out.
We're here at the Insta360 booth and I've got the Insta360 X4 in front of me. This shoots 8K video, 72 megapixel stills and 60 frames per second at 5.7K. This is a huge upgrade from the X3. They also added lens protections for this, so I know people when they've been using these in the past, you'd maybe shooting low to the ground, a rock shoots up, you scratch the lens, a nightmare. But with these lens protectors, you're covered there. And they've added H.265 this, so you're getting amazing quality video from this and photos. This is probably the all-in-one action camera, be all and end of right here.
All right, we're here at the Hollyland booth, and my favorite part about Hollyland is they really have a wireless transmission system for everyone, no matter what you're looking for, whether it be low latency and monitors built in with a wireless transmission system. But their latest is the Pyro S into the wireless transmission series. Now, this system is capable of 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, depending on which frequency is the clearest, and it'll actually pick that for you through auto frequency hopping. So that's one of the fantastic parts about the Pyro S. Has a transmission range up to 1,300 feet, a minimum transmission latency of 50 milliseconds, and it has both HDMI and SDI inputs, and also for the streamers out there, it has built-in streaming. So the Pyro S is really a fantastic option and a great addition to their lineup. All right, we're at the Laowa booth and they have all of their latest lenses here in the Ranger Super 35mm lineup. And I even got my hands on the new full frame one that's shipping, the 16-30. It's a T2.9. I'm telling you, all of these cine shooters are gonna love how compact this lens is.
We're here at the Litepanels booth and we've got the Astra IP. Now these come in 3 different sizes. We've got half size, 1x1, which is this one, and a 1x2. This is IP65 water resistant. So it's also pretty light and portable. It weighs 9 pounds. At 10 feet, this will offer 3,000 lux and at a 30-degree beam angle. You also have extra accessories like the optional battery bracket, which is also weatherproof. So you can really put these anywhere and these will not let you down in the toughest conditions. So if you're out shooting like a nature documentary, for example, and you've got torrential rain, these are the lights for you.
All right, things are getting especially lit now because we're here in the Nanlite booth where they recently announced the Nanlite Alien 300C. Not only do I love the name, but I also love the light. It's RGB WW IP55 rated, which is pretty incredible for a light. So it's 300 watts of fantastic light for so many different scenarios. In addition to the 300C, they also have a new Fresnel lens here. This is the Nanlite FL-20G Fresnel lens. And it's fantastic if you want to adjust from 10 degree, more of a spot focus, all the way to 45 degrees for a flood coverage as well.
We're at the core booth now and I've got the Power Base Edge Snap with me here. It's a really cool little battery here. Core described this as a multifunction battery. So if you're using a large rig like an ARRI Alexa 35, for example, you can snap this on magnetically and use this to charge your accessories like your monitors, your video feeds and all that. But if you're a solo content creator, what you have here is a nice little plate on the bottom that magnetically attaches like so. And then you can screw this onto the bottom of your camera, and then you've got a longer battery life for your smaller mirrorless setups. Core have also added a proprietary port here, which is based off the USB-C, but it's a bit more sturdy, so it locks in, and it means that it's going nowhere, so you're not going to have it ripped out and lose power, for example. And it's just a really handy device. It's nice and lightweight, so if you're a run-and-gun filmmaker, this is the ideal power setup for you. And we also have the HyperCore G3 from Core here, and I've actually found out the proprietary mount is called the PD Pro. So based off the USB-C, it's reversible, so you don't have to plug it in a certain way. A really secure secure connection here. And on the G3 Pro, we've got RGB lights here to tell you how much battery you've got left. We've got an LCD screen, and then we've got two PD Pro ports up here. The green one, 145 watts, and the black one, 45 watts. So really beefy battery here. So if you're using like a Red, for example, this is gonna make you run for hours and hours.
All right, we're here at the Aputure booth now, where they recently announced the Infinimat. That thing is massive, but it comes in a variety of sizes, all the way from 1x2 to 20x20, with more sizes planned in the future and the ability to combine multiple. But one of the best parts about these Infinimat panels is that they're really tiny in the actual inside, so you can adjust individual things, and it dims down to a really low level while still maintaining color accuracy. And all of the light panels inside have little airbags on top of them that you can inflate and deflate, all in all for a really soft light that you can bring into your productions. All right, we're in the Teradek booth, and they have two recently announced devices, the Serve 4K and the Ace 750. The Serve 4K is an update to its predecessor and still has stream up to 20 devices, DCI 4K 60 frames per second in 422. It has HDMI and 12G SDI ports, so it's pretty much compatible with all cameras out there. And then there's the Teradek Ace 750 HDMI wireless receiver. This receives and outputs up to 4K 30 HDR video. It can receive from up to 750 feet line of sight. It has 5 and 6 gigahertz frequency support and less than 1 millisecond of latency. We're gonna run around a bit here because we're in the Godox booth, and they have quite a few for us to cover, starting with the 1200R, the Godox 1200R. This is a 1200 watt panel light, 1x2. Fantastic light, also a high CRI at 96. You can also add some diffusion, and you got a nice key light here. Let's move on over there. And onto some COB lights from Godox. We have the M600R and the M1200R, 600 watts, 1200 watts, of course, both RGB lights, Bowens mounts, and this is actually a G mount, which Godox's lenses here basically talk to the light to tell it what to do. And then these are both IP54 rated, including the ballast, which is very impressive. All right, we just got to the Sony booth, and you know Sony, this is an incredible booth. They've got pretty much everything here and an amazing set behind me, but I think I spy the Sony Burano all from the distance, so I'm gonna go play with it. All right, we're at the Blackmagic booth now, and I'm extra excited because you know that they've had so many new camera releases from the Pixis 6K, the Blackmagic URSA Cine 12K, and right behind me is the Blackmagic URSA Cine 17K, a 65mm format sensor. That's just so wild. So from the Pixis 6K, again, a 6K sensor, records full resolution up to 36 frames per second or 120 windowed, 13 stops of dynamic range, and then the 12K 35mm large format sensor, 16 stops of dynamic range up to 80 frames per second in 12K, 144 frames per second at 8K, and 240 at 4K. Built-in ND filters and an 8TB memory module. And then again, the 17K behind me. We don't know all the specs on it just yet, but I'm definitely impatiently waiting for them.
Well, I don't know about you, Matt, but my dogs are barking. We've been walking around the Warner Brothers lot all day here at Cine Gear 2024. And what was your favorite thing you saw?
There were so many favorite things, Matt. I have to tell you, but the C400, like you were saying before.
Yeah. Everyone was loving it.
Yeah.
The Canon booth was, as you said,
popping.
Yeah, it was. But let me know your favorite thing in the comments below and what you'd like us to do a video on of the products we showcased today. But in the meantime, I've been Matt.
I'm also Matt. I'll see you guys back in New York City.
Yeah, we will.